GH Armor Systems presents male sizing instructions. This video illustrates step-by-step instructions on sizing GH Armor body armor. Please have your sizing form available as we will be referring to it throughout this video. The following tools are necessary to measure an officer: sizing form, soft measuring tape and an armless chair. Avoid holding the measuring tape too tight or too loose while taking measurements. Record all measurements to the nearest full inch. Round up on waist measurements and round down on length measurements. Prior to sizing, officers should be in uniform pants, their preferred undershirt and full duty belt. Before recording measurements, fill in the officer's information on the sizing form. Measurement A. Chest. The chest measurement is the circumference of the chest at the widest point. While standing in a relaxed position, have the officer raise their arms parallel to the floor. Wrap the measuring tape around the widest point of the chest and have the officer lower their arms to their sides. Round up to the nearest inch. Record the measurement. In this example, the chest measurement is 41 inches. Measurement B. Total waist. The waist measurement is the circumference of the abdomen at the widest point. While standing in a relaxed position, have the officer raise their arms parallel to the floor. Wrap the measuring tape around the widest point of the waist and have the officer lower their arms to their sides. Round up to the nearest inch. In this example, the waist measurement is 38 inches. The waist measurement plus the desired overlap equals your total waist measurement. Use the overlap calculation chart to determine your desired overlap. In this example, a 1-inch overlap is selected. To calculate your total waist measurement, add 4 inches to your waist measurement. In this example, the total waist measurement is 42 inches. It is important to note that if the difference between the chest and waist is more than 4 inches, then take the average of both measurements. Use this average, then add your overlap. The total waist measurement is used to determine front and back panel widths. Use the size range chart to choose your front and back panel widths. The front panel must be as wide or wider than your back panel. The front panel always overlaps the back panel. Record the front panel width and the back panel width on your size selection chart at the bottom of your sizing form. Measurement C. Front seated. Officer should be seated in an armless chair in a relaxed, 90-degree position. We recommend rounding down on length, however you will need to consult the officer if they prefer their vest to be 1 inch longer or shorter. The front and back panel lengths should be no more than 2 inches apart. Use whole inch measurements. The front seated measurement is used to determine your front panel length. With the officer seated, measure the length from the clavicle notch to the top of the duty belt. Do not follow the contour of the body. Do not over-measure. A vest that is too long may impact the officer's throat or duty belt when seated. In this example, the front seated measurement is 14 inches. To determine front panel length, subtract 1 inch from the measurement and then round down. Record the measurement in the size selection chart at the bottom of your sizing form. A front panel width of 22 inches and a front panel length of 13 inches gives you a front panel size of 22/13. Measurement D. Backstanding. The backstanding measurement is the length from the nape of the neck to the top of the duty belt. With the officer standing in a relaxed position with their arms at their sides, locate the top back neck bone at the center point of the shoulder line. Measure from the nape of the neck down to the top of the duty belt. In this example, the backstanding measurement is 19 inches. We recommend rounding down on length, however you will need to consult the officer if they prefer their vest to be 1 inch longer or shorter. The front and back panel lengths should be no more than 2 inches apart. Use whole inch measurements. To determine back panel length, multiply measurement by 0.80 then round down to the nearest inch. Record the measurement in the size selection chart at the bottom of your sizing form. A back panel width of 20 inches and a front panel length of 15 inches gives you a back panel size of 20/15. Back panel options. The officer has a choice to adjust their back panel length. Please reference the compatible back chart. Lengths have limitations depending on the front and back panel widths. After recording the officer's measurements in the size selection chart, ensure that the remainder of the sizing form is complete, including the billing information and shipping information. A completed sizing form is necessary to ensure that your order is entered accurately and efficiently. The completed sizing form may be submitted along with a purchase order via email or fax. If you are in need of additional support regarding the sizing process or any other product or service, visit the GH Armor website at www.gharmorsystems.com or contact customer service at 866-920-5940.